So, as I alluded to in the intro to the show, I want to talk a little bit about the 49ers and their decision to move up to the number 3 pick. As everybody knows, the Dolphins had the number 3 pick coming into this draft by way of Houston having a very down season. So, the 49ers made a trade. They traded a good amount of draft capital, most notably 2 first round picks in next year and the year after, with Miami in order to move up to number 3. Many people were saying that this is clearly a move for them to get a new quarterback, and I can't say I disagree with that because, well, quite frankly, they need a new quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo led the 49ers to the Super Bowl in the one season that he has remained healthy. So just kind of hearing that on his face, you'd think, well, the obviously they don't need another quarterback. They have Garoppolo. He led them to a Super Bowl. Why would they ever have to get someone else? Well, it's mostly because it's only been one season that the guy's been healthy. It's very unfortunate because he's an extremely talented quarterback when he plays. Granted, there are some issues with turnovers, which, 49ers fans will probably be quick to, mention. But I think the biggest thing here is that he's just not reliable and his ceiling isn't crazy high. Let's take a look at the Super Bowl a couple years ago against the Chiefs. They were winning 20-10 going into the fourth quarter. They would go on to lose that game, obviously. And a big reason why is because Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't get anything done. He couldn't capitalize on turnovers that the defense provided in the third and the fourth quarter. He missed Emmanuel Sanders on what would most likely have been a game-sealing touchdown. So then coming off of that to have a season where he didn't really play much at all because of injury, I can see why the 49ers would want to trade up for a quarterback. That aside, who are they going to pick? I think it's ludicrous to say that it's going to be Mac Jones, despite that being the prevailing, I guess, wisdom out there, or at least the most heavily rumored player to be going to the 49ers. Look, Mac Jones, he was a great quarterback at Alabama. He had an insane, I believe, 70% completion percentage there. He's sharp, he's accurate. Everybody says he's very smart. But I don't think he's the type of quarterback that the NFL is really looking for right now. I think he is too statuesque in the pocket and outside of Tom Brady. We haven't seen that necessarily be the trend for successful quarterbacks of late. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's a first round pick. He's going to be a first round pick, perhaps to the Patriots. But it would surprise me that a team would trade up and give up so much draft capital just to get a player like Mac Jones when, Justin Fields is probably going to be out there, as is Trey Lance, both players who I think have a lot more upside than Mac Jones. So I think personally that this Mac Jones rumor is nothing more than just like a smokescreen, I guess would be the best word for it. I think it's being put out there. Some teams are going to believe it. I don't believe it. And I just think they don't want the Jets particularly to potentially snipe Justin Fields out from under them. I think I would be willing to bet money that Mac Jones will not be the third overall pick. I could be wrong. A lot of people are saying Kyle Shanahan is enamored with the quarterback, wants, what Mac Jones brings to the table in his quarterbacks. But anyway, it just doesn't pass the smell test, to give up so much for Mac Jones. But I could be wrong. I'd love to hear what you all think in the comments down below. Who do you think the San Francisco 49ers are going to draft? Or do you think they're going to stick with Jimmy G? I personally don't believe they will. As we've covered already, he's too injury prone. He's kind of a known commodity. You understand his ceiling. Granted, he almost got them Super Bowl, but if you remember the playoffs there, he didn't have to do all that much, especially in the NFC Championship game. He passed the ball 6 times, and they had 200 something yards rushing on the Packers. So I think that he will probably be gone, and if he's going to be gone, there looks like there could be a team in New England, his former team, the Patriots, that would be potentially interested in his services. So it'll be very interesting on draft night to talk to Chad about what he thinks about that and what he thinks is going to happen in the, rest of the offseason for the Patriots at the quarterback position. Hey, thank you so much for checking out that clip. If you liked it, hey, maybe subscribe for more. We got videos coming out all the time on this channel and a full-length podcast. You can find us on podcast services, or just wait until all the clips are released and then I'll release a video of them all together in one long episode. I think you'll like it.